Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Toys, Muggles, and Life Struggles, a podcast brought to you by the wonderful Judy ... and myself. I am Mini Toy Adventures, and this is episode 5? I believe it's episode 5. Wow, how the time does fly. But on this episode, we talk about Comic-Con and all of the Comic-Cons because we are excited that there are Comic-Cons coming back, but there are also caveats to these wonderful and joyful events going forward for the foreseeable future. So we open up some toys, we talk about some cons, and we have a lot of fun as usual. And we hope you enjoy this episode. And please, if you have not already, subscribe to us on YouTube, on Spotify, on iTunes, on Google Podcasts, wherever you like to listen to podcasts or see our faces, which is only on YouTube. Go ahead and do that. It really helps us out a lot. We love you all so much. So sit back, relax, and enjoy episode 5 of Toys, Muggles, and Life Struggles.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you? I already know it's kind of been a difficult week for you.
Yeah, and there's just been a lot of did I explained the TV saga before?
Yeah, I think on our last episode we were waiting on competent people to
Okay.
Don't tell me you don't have it yet.
The TV saga continues.
Shut up. You have not received the television that you've been waiting for like 3 weeks now?
Oh, since for longer than that, since June 13th when you guys were here.
Yeah, so for everyone who's catching up, like Dominic had a television delivered, an enormous television that takes a lot of manpower to set up. Like you cannot set it up by yourself. And when it was delivered, they did not help him set it up. So I was over and we helped to set up, and it was the wrong television. Like they sent him the wrong television.
Yeah.
And we set it up anyway. And then, I think you made like a kind call and they were like, cool, let's just send you the correct one. And that's what we've been waiting on, right?
Yes. And so, they came back with the right one the first time, but they just came with one guy. And I'm like, we need at least 3 people. And the one guy, it's hard to explain, but the one guy just had like a normal dolly, like a normal,
yeah, just like a tiny push cart.
Yeah, which it was not going to fit on. Like,
because it's an enormous, this
the
television
box
is the
big.
size of a car. Like, it's really large.
So that didn't work, and then I rescheduled, and the next time, and the first guy didn't have the like any tools or anything either. And the next time they showed up, one guy showed up.
Oh God!
And I was like, that won't work either. So we rescheduled, and the next time, which was just on Thursday, just like a few days ago, a couple of days yesterday, 3 guys showed up.
Oh,
awesome!
Yay.
Yeah,
awesome.
3 guys showed up. Tools, the proper carts to wheel stuff in, everything. I was like, this is great. And we moved the old TV. And they bring in the new thing because they're gonna take the old one and put in the new one.
Okay.
And we put the new one in, and they set it up, and they get the legs on, and it's so great. And they put it on my TV stand, and there's like a big plastic sheeting covering the whole TV to like protect it,
Right.
And they lift off the sheeting, and it just fucking shattered.
Wait, what?
The whole TV was cracked.
How? Wait, it wasn't cracked before. By merely removing the sheeting, it shattered, or?
No. So after some just light investigation, it seems like a forklift arm punched through the box on one side.
God.
And just shattered the TV. So they had to take the new one out again, take it apart, put it back in the box, and put the old one.
Oh my God! And they had to put the old one back for you.
Yeah, well, I don't want to have no TV. So
wait, what is this, like 4 hours into it?
No, this was only like maybe an hour.
Holy bejeebus!
And so now I'm waiting for them to order a new TV to get sent and bring that one.
Okay, is someone at HQ like profusely apologizing to you for wasting now like 5 days of your life?
It's fine. I can't even be mad anymore. It's just like,
wow. Oh my
Not-
God.
Not that I was ever extremely mad before anyway, but it's just like such a situation that's like, what is happening?
Yeah, that would blow my mind. I would be like, I don't know how to handle this. I
Yeah.
emotionally am not stable enough for this kind of situation.
Yeah, so that's the TV saga continues, and maybe next week I will have an update for everybody as to what the next steps are in this whole TV situation.
That
But
sounds horrifying.
It's been over a month in the making at this point, so I
Ooh.
feel like it deserves its own Lifetime movie at this stage in the game.
By the time you get this TV, it's going to be old news. It's going to be like last generation's television.
Yeah, I know. So putting out a casting call for actors and actresses to be a star in my Lifetime movie of the TV saga.
I'll be the small
suggested
trolley.
that Mario Lopez will play me.
Yeah, for anyone who's not watching us on YouTube, Mario Lopez looks exactly like Dominic. You could they're like mirror images of each other, etc.
Exactly. So here we are again, and it's fine. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
And other than the TV, an okay week?
I mean, yeah, it's I've had some personal things going on, but I feel like the TV was a big distraction towards that.
Sometimes that's wonderful.
Yeah, it was a bad thing, but it ended up being more of a distracting thing.
Nice, I like that.
Everything else. Yeah. So.
What are you opening today? What have you got? Tell me you got like all of those like clearance Rainbow High things.
I already have all the Rainbow High dolls.
Okay. You didn't get any of them on have you seen everyone's stories? They're crazy right now.
Yeah, I know. I've all the ones that I have for the most part, except for like a few, I had already gotten on clearance because even before this massive blowout, the Walmart by me, which I call the clearance Walmart, was always like every week they were dropping one down to $10, and so I would just buy it when the one character went down, and so that's how I acquired all of mine. Was still on clearance, just not on the crazy clearance right now. Like right now, Margot, Miss Polly Pocket, told me at her Walmart, Cave Club dolls were like $3.
Oh my God.
And I was like, wow, that's cheap.
I need to go to
I did
partake
in some clearance stuff because I needed to. So there's a few OMG dolls.
You have more than a few. Jeez, you have like a lot of OMGs.
So this one, 24K DJ. This one, Uptown Girl. And this one, Downtown BB, were all $8 each at Target.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so, and they might have them at your Target maybe, so definitely go look.
Boy, please, they never have them at my Target. But all of our listeners probably have better Targets and Walmarts than mine.
$8 each. Like, that's so cheap. And then I got this Barbie Extra for $9.
Another extra. Oh, she's beautiful. Look at that hair.
Yeah, she's got really cool rainbow hair. And I think I want to say, I don't want to assume, but I want to say that she is maybe Latina or...
Yeah, she's looking of Hispanic origin to me.
Yeah.
And she's got like fringe on the coat.
Yeah, this cowboy fringe jacket and green socks and like yellow or gold shoes.
Does she have a pet in a convertible?
Yeah, she has a little Rottweiler in a convertible.
Oh,
so
goodness.
I might open this actually.
That one's so cute.
I might go ahead and open this, but then I also started to open this one that I've had for a while, which is Cool Lev, which is the second only boy doll that they have made for.
And it's a strut your stuff. Very nice.
And so he's kind of a hipster guy, but yeah, maybe maybe I'll do the extra to start with and see where that goes.
How exciting.
Yeah, but for $9, it's like these are normally $25, and so are the OMG dolls, and so that like, $9 and $8 seems really cheap.
Those are so cute. I see like everyone's been posting their Target clearance for the babies that you collect. What are they called?
The mini babies, yeah.
The mini surprise baby born surprise babies, and they're like fruit themed or food themed, and those are on clearance for like $3 in some Targets. And now I kind of want to complete my collection.
Yeah, I know everything's just closing out so they can make room for new toys for the next season, next wave of toys.
Yeah, it feels like everybody just did their virtual Toystagram, like toy, what are those called?
Toy fair?
Yeah, toy fairs. Everyone's been doing the toy fairs. And have you been following? So San Diego Comic-Con is doing hashtag Comic-Con at home again. And I think on the 22nd is when all of the exclusives release at most of the stores.
So they're not doing a small event anymore.
There's not a small event. They haven't officially like released anything canceling the theoretical small event, but the dates that Comic-Con would have been, which is normally right now in July, is the dates that all of the vendors are doing their exclusive Comic-Con merch. So like Funko is doing a FunCon. And they're doing the same for WonderCon too. But there was like, okay, so I love Comic-Con with a passion, and last year, which was the first Comic-Con at home, they released a bunch of like nostalgic Comic-Con stuff. Like they had like Hall H pins and like I love SDCC type stuff, and like every retailer sort of like jumped on the nostalgic Comic-Con bandwagon, which I'm all about. Like I set alarms and I didn't get like half of what I wanted, and they're all like really a lot on eBay. But this year it's like nobody cares about like the fact that we're at home. They're just releasing their normal merch, which is fine, but then you're also competing with the entire world for it, like not just people who have con tickets. But I saw something like they had like some really cool Ninja Turtle stuff that you might be into. They had a bunch of Stitch stuff that a bunch of people who are into Lilo and Stitch seems to be the thing, but I didn't see anything that I really loved on the exclusive so far, except for the Con Rangers. Con Rangers always does these like Boy Scout style badges that you can collect, and I get their exclusives every year, so I'll do the Con Rangers for sure. Are you eyeing anything for Comic-Con?
I haven't really looked at a whole bunch of stuff yet. I'll usually wait until
it's 2 days from now.
What is the San Diego Comic-Con thing? Because I know the FunCon thing is not for like a week or so.
Yeah, 2 days from now is like when the like most retailers are starting to release their
on Sunday
their exclusives. The 22nd. What's the 22nd? Is that a Monday?
No, yeah, that's
Wednesday.
That's next
not
week.
2 days from now.
That's
Sorry,
Thursday.
Thursday.
No, because I usually wait because everything's probably not announced yet, so I'll wait until like a day or two before and then make my plan. Because that seems to be the best way. But I'm gonna bet that they're not gonna have this little small event right. Well, they were supposed to be around November, maybe.
Right.
Maybe,
I don't know.
But the way that it seems right now is that what I heard is LA County is now requiring masks again.
LA County is requiring masks. The mandate is back up and they're getting ready to close again. I think Australia is on their 5th like mandated closure.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole world's going ape crap. My daughter's like birthday was canceled. Everyone's shit is just sort of hitting the wind, which is, so this week was my birthday and I got to go to Disneyland, and I'm really thankful that I got to go to Disneyland because it really is looking like we're going to do statewide closures very, very soon.
Yeah, it's a shame, and it's just like even over here the cases are starting to go back up again. Yeah, but it's mainly just because, and I mean I'll just call it like it is people that aren't vaccinated not wearing masks. Yes, 100,000%. So that's y'all are ruining our day. It's not going to get better, and it's affecting the economy. It's everything. Yeah. I don't care if you don't want to get vaccinated, just wear a mask. And I don't care if you don't want to wear a mask, just get vaccinated. Just fucking do one of the two.
There are options.
You
or
have
stay
two
home,
options
quarantine,
now. Yeah,
whatever.
There
Get the hell out of our space.
3 options now, whereas before in the early pandemic, you only had 1 option. Now you have 3. So don't give me excuses for all 3 anymore. Like, you have 3 options.
It's very, I don't even care if you can't afford to have things like shipped to your home. There are neighbors and people who are out there being heroes and posting all sorts of shit on like next door apps and stuff, being like, if you were too scared to go out or if you were old, I will pick up groceries for you. Like, there are ways to get through this.
I mean, literally take a white t-shirt and fucking cut it and just tie it around your face.
Yes.
Boom.
Or stay 6 feet fucking away from me. Like, please.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a lot. It's a lot to be coming back to this. I don't think
that as it stands right now, and I think that's why San Diego hasn't mentioned anything about this small con, is because they're worried that it won't happen. And I don't blame them. And well, here we are again. I guess I'm going to Comic-Con 2022 for sure.
Yes.
Because I still have tickets for a Comic-Con.
We all still have tickets,
yeah.
And then they did this weird thing. Did you hear about what they did with the children's passes?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like Comic-Con, exclusive. Comic-Con is really good about like giving out children's passes for free for anybody under the age of 13. And you just have to like sign up for that badge or whatever. And then obviously some kids over the past 2 years have aged out of that, but had their badge roll over. Right. So then they were like, within this period of time, you had to have been 13 at this age. And they sort of released this hard deadline because they couldn't just accommodate all of these kids that had turned 13, especially since they're limiting capacity now. But the way the math works out is that the kids who turned 13 weren't able to sign up for the junior pass, obviously, because they thought they were going for free. So now those kids are like for sure not going to be able to go to Comic-Con. And there's like really no way to do that. Yeah. It's really, it's a horrible situation and it's like really nobody's fault. And there's no good way to handle that, obviously. Yeah. But it's just the fact that we're still discussing this and like going over this again. And Comic-Con was the hardest loss for me for COVID. Like, not being in a fucking horde of my people is so hard. And we discussed this a couple times where I'm like, I would only have met you on the internet. Like, normally I only have this amount of weirdness and this kind of connection with this kind of crazy people at something like Comic-Con once a year. And then the rest of the fucking year, we have to be normal and like fit into society and like be responsible adults. And to have that taken away from you, like the 1 week a fucking year that you get to be yourself, is horrible.
Yeah, for sure. And I actually also just got tickets to New York Comic-Con.
Ooh.
It's October 5th to the 10th or something like that.
That could happen. They're a little more woke in New York.
I got tickets to that, which is also a limited capacity. And so that was the last Comic-Con I went to was New York Comic-Con of 2019.
Is it as epic?
It's better.
Shut up. It's better than San Diego Comic-Con, the mecca of all Comic-Cons.
I think that it's better in a couple of ways. It's better because there aren't as many people, so the lines are shorter, in my opinion. And there's just some kind of like, sprinkle of like butter and sugar that New York adds to a Comic-Con that San Diego cannot ever.
But is the content as good? Like, they don't have a Hall H, and that's not the release that is.
But I don't really go for the Hall H stuff. I go for all the on-sites and all the indoor events and like all. I don't really go to the Hall H stuff, and mainly, and I probably won't ever now because I don't think Marvel or DC or anyone is gonna go to Hall H anymore anyway.
Right.
But yeah, and I don't know. There's just something that resonated better with me about New York Comic Con when I went, because the 2019 one was the first time that I went to that. And so, yeah, 2019 was an epic con year for me because I went to Emerald City Comic Con in Seattle. I went to San Diego Comic Con in San Diego, and I went to New York Comic Con.
Is Emerald City worth the flight? Everybody says that's sort of a wonderful niche con.
It's really cool. It's definitely I mean, it's definitely a big con for sure. I don't think that there are as many like hyped things there, but the people there are wonderful, and it's still a wonderful convention. It's just not like you don't really have all of like if you're into buying toys or anything, you don't really have a ton of hyped things to buy there. But you still have like the general con experience, and it's close. And Seattle's relatively cheap, so it's not an expensive con to go to.
Yeah, I feel like the con goers that I go to that like chase cons, they're like Emerald City is it's like a fans con, like everybody cosplays and there's like a real sense of community in it and I love that about Comic-Con. Like San Diego Comic-Con is my con. Like I'll live and die for it. But there is it's very like high school cliquey.
Yeah.
So there's but also I didn't consider any other cons because when I go to a con, I go for the panels. Like not Hall H is, my life, and I love the Marvels and the DCs, but also I'm a huge Doctor Who fan. Twilight got released at Comic-Con. I'm just big on the Conan O'Brien show does like their set, and I always go to that. Like there's a lot of specific things that happen at San Diego that I miss so much.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, New York Comic-Con and Emerald City Comic-Con both have panels and stuff, but obviously San Diego draws like the A-list celebrities and like that kind of thing. So like that's a thing that I don't think that anybody else can compete with, just because the sheer weight that the name San Diego Comic-Con holds. They can just pull in people much easier.
So true.
Yeah. But so I got tickets to that, so we'll see if that still happens.
That's exciting, though. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so far so good. But obviously we have to just wait and see how that goes. I'm excited because I haven't been to New York since December of 2019, so it's been a long time for that too. So I'm excited about that, and. Yeah.
I'm going to sneak in as your 13-year-old child.
I remember you were telling me about, what was it? About your experience with Zachary Levi.
Oh, yes. I love Zachary Levi.
At Comic-Con.
Oh, my God. He's the best. He does Nerd HQ at Comic-Con, and I'm in love with him.
Yeah. So, hold on. I have to load it up. In honor of your experiences with Zachary Levi, you
were about to show me a video of him naked. Please.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, not that cool. But I do have the next best thing to Zachary Levi naked as soon as I can find it in.
Next best thing to Zachary Levi naked. God, what would that even be? Zachary Levi singing on Broadway. Zachary Levi saying, "Hello, Judy. Happy birthday to you on your birthday week."
Keep trying. Keep going.
Zachary Levi pouring a cold bowl of Cocoa Puffs down his naked body, and then me at the bottom eating it.
Okay, you keep going. None of those things.
Are you sure it's none of those things?
Yeah, I'm trying to find this damn picture that I was like, I know I had.
Curtain opening with Zachary Levi in full latex, holding one of those little feathers and saying, "Come and get it, Judy."
Okay, well, I guess you're kind of heading down the wrong direction because it really has absolutely nothing to do.
Is it more cartoony? Zachary Levi singing the entire Tangled soundtrack to me in Chinese.
No, it's also none of that. It's literally just a photograph of me standing one person away from Zachary Levi, fully clothed, at this event that I did.
Oh my god!
So it's just me.
He's so tall.
It's me between one person and Zachary Levi, and
look at the way his shirt fits him.
The guy is clearly paying attention to Zachary Levi.
Who is that guy in between you and Zach?
He's like one of the hosts of the event that I was part of.
You look adorable. Who's that hot blonde next to you?
She's another influencer. She's an Australian influencer.
She is stunning. Oh my god. And that bearded guy, they're all influencers?
Yeah. So it was me and those other two people, and then Zachary Levi. And the guy on the other side of Zachary Levi is another host of the thing.
Okay, Zachary Levi is So handsome. Look at
He's really tall. Here.
I need you to send that to me immediately. Could you please text that photograph over to me?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Here, I'll send
so
it right now
tall.
so you can experience it while we are
Oh, he's a
while we are
beautiful
doing
man.
this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zachary Levi is like my dreamboat. I love everything about him. The way he sings, the way he acts.
There you go.
Everything.
You can zoom in on the photo for yourself.
Oh
And for anybody
God.
that's on the YouTube thing, I'll put the photo
we'll
on the
put it
screen.
on Instagram. We can put it up on the Instagram. Oh, his shirt fits so well. He's so tall that the pants he wears look like capris.
Well, he has them rolled up.
Oh, what a cutie.
And this was pre-Shazam announcement too. So no, I didn't know that he was Shazam at the time. I just knew him from Chuck.
I'm watching him in the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel now, as like a hot Jewish doctor, and he is smoking in there. My God.
So yeah,
I will convert to Judaism for that, not just because it's got my name.
I found that picture and I thought you would appreciate it.
I appreciate it so much. I kind of wish I recreated that picture and then just like shoved my face over your body so that it could look like
we know
I'm
that
with
we
Zachary
have
Levi.
your face quite everywhere.
On
here.
everywhere. Yeah.
I have plenty of examples I can Photoshop.
Tag Zachary Levi in that. Do you remember when we went and did that commercial together, Zachary Levi? Here's the photographic proof.
Yeah, I don't think he probably remembers that, but yeah. So yeah, that was an exciting thing. Comic-Cons that are hopefully coming back are an exciting thing. Maybe not though, but
it's going to be another heartbreak. I'm setting myself up for another heartbreak. I don't want to get my hopes up at all because Comic-Con really is the end all of like therapy for me.
At the end of the day, if they canceled the small little November San Diego Comic-Con event, I probably wouldn't be bad because it might just... Our expectations for what San Diego is are way higher than a small November event can even handle.
It is. But I feel like... Don't you miss your people? Like
yeah, I know for sure. I miss my Comic-Con roommate. Like I have a Comic-Con roommate, and every year I stay with him, and we do Comic-Con things. We do our own things, but like,
but you stay together, yeah,
and we and you know like, and it's just the thing, you know. You have a Comic-Con roommate or roommates. That's pretty much how everybody
I was
does
gonna say,
it. You know?
lucky bastard. What are you in one room with one person? We've got like 8 people in one room.
Yeah, it's literally just me and him. We just get a hotel or an Airbnb, and that's that. But then also because of that, like, so it helps. It works in everybody's advantage because I met him through YouTube and like a long time ago, and so he has his own Comic-Con group and I have my own Comic-Con group, but we can combine powers to like get better access to things, you know. So we network between our groups, and it's like if anybody's going to be here, you know, save a spot. Like if you're just going to be there, if you're walking by this on-site that has a line and you got time that you want to just sit down and kill for a minute, you can wait in line while somebody else goes there to take your spot, you know, and stuff like that.
Yeah, Comic-Con is such a huge thing. It's actually, so I'm good at Comic-Con. I've been doing it for 13 years straight now. And it's why I did so well at Disney. Disneyland has moved to a completely like app virtual queue reservation system for their food, for their snacks, for their drinks, for their rides, like the whole thing. The park opens at 8. At 7 o'clock, the slots on the app open for timed slots, and those slots go fast. By 9 o'clock, you had to have had your entire day reserved on this app, and then, you know, the rest of the day, you know what you're doing. And because I'm so good at Comic-Con, I flew through Disney. Like, it was awesome for me, but watching other people struggle with it was really hard. And that's something that I never had to deal with at Comic-Con, because everybody at Comic-Con knows how to do Comic-Con. And like the newcomers are having a good time with it, right? They're like, oh my God, this is so novel and adorable.
Like, I can't wait to wait in line for 16 hours.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like they're having a good time. But at Disneyland, when somebody pays like however much money and like flies in from Italy and doesn't speak the language and doesn't have a data phone and like now is being told that they can't buy anything or do anything, like watching their reaction to that all day was horrible.
Yeah. I would almost imagine that behind the scenes, Comic-Con has to be working on some app-based system.
Yes. Well, I think they tried it. The last con that they did, they tried something like that, and it just kept crashing. Like, I forget what the joke is, but their system, it's not Epic, but their system is called something. And it said, like, it's funny when it says that system is crashing or whatever. And it, like, they couldn't sustain the amount of people that were using the app. Because to consolidate that much information is impossible.
Thousands of people. Yeah, no, it is definitely not a thing that is easy to do.
And they're still technically a nonprofit, so they're saying that they don't have, like, you know, buttloads of cash to work on this.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I feel like any student in any, like, high school technology trade school would be down to be like, would you like to work an entire year on this Comic-Con thing for San Diego Comic-Con and then get a free ticket? Like, I feel like they'd go gangbusters.
Yeah, I mean, you know, whatever. They'll get it done when they get it done, and hopefully everything will work out in the future. But I just like knowing that regardless of when the real Comic-Con happens, I'm definitely still going because I already have the tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Like that has like literally been now a stress reliever for 2 years to not have to worry about having Comic-Con tickets. You know, like knowing that they're already going to roll over. Like the only stress situation that we haven't had to deal with yet, and we won't until the real one happens, is the hotel lottery.
The hotel lottery. Oh,
hotel lottery. It's such a, like, there's just no, so if anybody doesn't know, when you go to San Diego Comic-Con, you cannot book any hotels by yourself. All the hotels in downtown San Diego, all the hotels in Hotel Circle, which is like up the freeway a little bit, everything is blocked out. Nobody can book any hotels by yourself unless you win the ability to book a hotel through Comic-Con, or On Peak is the system that does it, I believe. That you win a lottery through this system that's coordinated by San Diego Comic-Con, and it will tell you how many days or how many nights you're allowed to book. Like, you don't even get to for sure book every single day at the same hotel.
Or the specific one. Like, you win the lottery for the chance to get a hotel, and then they sort of pick the hotel for you. It's whatever hotel's available. It could be like the farthest hotel from the convention. And like Dominic's he's like, any hotel. San Diego Comic-Con has bought out every hotel, motel, inn. Like, for the Motel 6, you are paying $300 a night. Like, they have the monopoly over all of the housing availability for San Diego.
Which they have to, because then people would buy rooms and try to flip them and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So you really have to have that. Not that doesn't happen with people that have won the lottery, but that's okay. I mean, you win the lottery, you're allowed to do with it what you please. That's how I see it. Like, if you win the lottery and you really don't want to stay in that hotel and you want to sell it, like you want to check in for somebody and let them stay there, I mean, everybody had a fair chance, right? It's not like one person got to the hotel and bought 5 rooms and now they're now they're scalping them. I feel like if you're gonna scalp your hotel room at San Diego Comic-Con, you want it fair and square. Everybody want it fair and square. You can do what you want with it. You know, I that's how my mentality is. But yeah, the most coveted hotel to stay at, I believe, is the Hard Rock, which is literally just 2 steps away from the front door of Comic-Con.
Oh my God, you and I are so different. I like the Hilton Harbor, which is like right like on the same, it's next to the Hall H line, I guess is why I like it, because I do 16 hours a day in the Hall H line. I basically don't sleep in my room. I just go back to drop merchandise and take a shower.
Yeah.
So I don't want to cross the street. I just want to go next door.
Yeah, I like the Hard Rock is like first choice, but then anywhere in like gas lamp vicinity is cool, because just I buy a lot of stuff at Comic-Con, so me being able to just walk out and go drop it off is important, you know, because if you don't have that, like, here the good news is that if you don't have that with large enough group of friends that go to Comic-Cons, you're guaranteed that one of your friends will have a safe place to drop your stuff at.
Yes. And that poor friend, if they're at like the DoubleTree, like at Hotel Circle, like 30 minutes on a tram away, that poor person is like cramming like 5 bags of Funko Pops with boxes that he can't smash and trying to get on the tram. And like, you just got to buy him dinner when he comes back because that guy has gone through hell to try to get your merchandise back to the hotel in mint condition.
I remember... Yeah, the last Comic-Con I went to, which was 2019, San Diego Comic-Con, I got the Funko lottery, and you know those big blue bags that they had that everybody's carrying around? So I got the Funko lottery, and I was making a video for my like collectible YouTube channel, and the basis of the video was that I bought every Funko Pop at San Diego Comic-Con, and that's what I did. I bought every single one they were selling, and so I had two of those giant bags filled to the brim, and I'm like trying to like waddle through.
Oh my god!
You know, the con to get out because it's so packed and stuff, and it was quite crazy to get out of there and then you have to get far enough away, and I wasn't near.
You were not at the Hard Rock.
We were staying in a hotel that I had to Uber there. But here's the thing too with Uber is you have to walk far enough away from the con to get an Uber. You have to walk at least like 4 blocks.
Yes.
Before they'll even pick you up. They won't even like
easily a mile and a half for like the technical Uber location.
Yeah. So I had to walk to the Uber location with 2 full bags. And it's July
in San Diego. It's hot, hot, hot.
Well, I mean, that's subjective because
you're from Arizona,
to me,
so that's not.
It's better weather than it is here, and I'll take 90 degrees over 100 degrees any day. But yeah, so I had to get all the way over to the Uber where Uber would pick me up, and then get to the room and stuff, and that was just a fun experience because it's just like, I don't know if you know this, but like. You know, a bag of like 50 plus pops bags of 50 plus pops are not light. You know?
No, they're not.
They're very light and cardboardy when you hold just one, but when you have 2 giant, these bags, okay, I don't know how to put it in perspective, but I could fit in one of these Funko bags.
How did you get home with that much merchandise? Did you ship
drove.
it?
I drove.
You drove. Oh, so you had room. It's not like you tried to like check things into a plane or something. I always feel bad for the people who fly because then they're like going to FedEx and like shipping 50 packages. Yeah, it's like really hard for the travelers that are not driving full cars. Like me and my husband is just me and my husband. We go down with a big group of people sometimes, but usually it's me and my husband, and we will go to his dad's place and swap for the minivan because that's how much merch we're bringing back.
Yeah. It requires a completely different level of coordination and logistics than anybody that hasn't been to a Comic-Con will ever experience. Like if you've never been to San Diego Comic-Con and you're going to go for the first time at some point, just do your research because it's not a joke. There are levels of just tightrope walking that you need to know about before entering into the arena of San Diego Comic-Con. You need armor, you need you need stamina, you need everything.
Yes.
It's
chargers,
like literally
hydration. Yeah. Like it's very, and also like you need a certain amount of tenacity to go for things that you wouldn't normally go for. Like, there will be moments when every single person in the line is pretending that they have access to the line, and you have to be one of those people who are like, oh yeah, I got the email, I just can't load it up right now because like the data is really hard to get in. Just let me into this. Or like you keep talking until you get yourself in, but you also have to bring with yourself like a huge amount of thick skin for the just endless disappointment and like doors shutting in your face that you're gonna get all day long. Yeah,
so essentially prepare for the zombie apocalypse.
Oh yes,
that's kind of the mindset.
Wonderful.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's a great zombie apocalypse. But that's the mindset. That's like the proactive mindset you have to have. Yeah. Like you are going into war with. You need supplies, and you need like things, and like you. Yeah, it's
and
definitely...
short of a few trolls, like most of the fans that you're going to be with are going to be wonderful. Like you're all fighting for the same thing, and when you lose it, you're happy for the person that got it, and you're like, like sitting there commiserating with the people who just waited like 6 hours in line with you that didn't get the same thing. And like it's fun, it's wonderful. Like I've made some of my best emotional connections with people that I have failed so hard with.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's a wonderful event. I'm gonna open Barbie Extra right now, though.
Yes, I'm excited.
What do you have?
I have all of my Disneyland exclusive merchandise that I got at Disneyland. And Disneyland has something called a legacy annual pass. Their pass holders there's no more annual pass at Disneyland. But if you had your annual pass at the time that they stopped it, meaning you completely paid for your annual pass all the way through COVID when it wasn't available.
Oh, did they cut off the monthly payment people too? They're like, or did they give them the option to pay or leave?
They gave them the option to keep paying, and like then it would be like they would just roll over to whenever it opened, right? And so the people who stuck there are called the legacy annual pass holders, and they currently still get pass holder discounts at Disneyland. And they have pass exclusive items. And it's impossible, obviously it's impossible to, be a legacy annual pass holder anymore because you didn't jump on that bandwagon a little while ago. So they released a bunch of annual pass items that were exclusive to annual pass holders, and I really wanted them. And the first item I was able to get merely by like wearing a pin that said it's my birthday and like genuinely almost crying when I saw the item. I was like, that is so beautiful. I really want it. How can I have it? Please, lady. And luckily the lady was like a very kind old lady cast member who obviously loves Disney and saw me crying and was like, yes, absolutely. Let me get this over to you. So that is this popcorn bucket. It's a vintage Disney popcorn bucket of their original design, and on each side it has each of the lands that they originally had. So Adventureland, Fantasyland, Tomorrowland, and Frontierland. And then there's a little AP logo, which I'm totally fronting. I'm not an annual pass holder. And the lanyard has AP on it for exclusivity to annual pass holders. And it's so cute. It's mint. It's like mint and white and very vintage Disney, which I'm all about. And I love it so much. And it's a square. So it's perfect for me to reuse as a purse instead of a popcorn holder.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't have to use popcorn in it.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. And the lady was so nice. And I cried like a baby when she gave it to me. Like, it made my day.
Aw. This Barbie Extra is kind of extra to open.
Yeah, Barbies are known to have really horrific packaging. And you've got like kind of dull scissors there.
These are not dull scissors.
They have a safety blunt edge tip.
Yeah, but they're hair cutting scissors. So they're, they're pretty finite and like precise. But yeah,
Does she have a name, this Barbie?
Shoot. I don't think so. I think her name is 5. Like, they're numbered. The Barbie Extras.
Wait, maybe her name is 5.
They're all numbered. I don't. Well, because this Barbie Extra's name has an 8 in the corner. I don't think they have names. I think you're allowed to name them.
Okay, what should we name her?
I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I have to get her out to like feel out what the possible names could be, and that is a difficult task.
It is a difficult task. While you're opening the package, I'm just gonna keep describing her because she's so cute. I love the little convertible with the dog. That's her like little pet, and it's like a pink convertible, very classic Barbie. And is she the typical Barbie weight, or is she like the larger body build?
I think that, I think, well, these Barbie Extras have varying body sizes. Yeah. They're not all the same. I don't think that she is typical Barbie weight, but I don't know. I think she's a little thicker.
Cool. Do those green socks come off?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're real socks. They're like fabric material.
Yep.
She's got green socks and gold shoes. Very and I don't mean like an ugly green. It's like a neon green, very extra.
Yeah, they're very on point with like their naming schematic here. Okay, so here is Barbie, and let me get out. I was trying to be careful with Barbie because I don't want to screw up her hair.
Yes, because that would be like an extra 20 minutes of just listening to you play with hair.
Yeah, you know what I did? Of the last doll that I screwed up the hair with, I just returned it and bought another one. I couldn't
Oh my
handle
God.
it. I couldn't handle it.
You mentally were like, no.
I just couldn't.
Does that dog click into the convertible, or
Yeah.
does he just loosely just ride the convertible?
Yeah, it was yeah, he loosely rides it. Yeah.
Ooh.
He's just like sitting in there.
Oh, he
just sits in there. But the wheels actually move on it.
And his face is so cute.
The wheels move on the convertible.
Oh, that's so much fun.
Yeah. He's got really, really cute eyes. And he's a very happy little dog. Okay, so the Barbie portion of it, she's pretty...
She's got
her hair is tied down to her jacket.
She's got like French pigtails going down, French braided pigtails. And her hair is an ombre from purple to pink to blue.
Yeah, and it's very well done, like the hair and the braids and stuff like that.
Do you think a machine does
Definitely
that?
these Barbie extras have... I don't know. I mean, I can't assume that they have a bunch of people just sitting there braiding Barbie hairs all day, but then again,
I hope it
I don't know, I
is.
could be very wrong. The you hope that there's just poorly paid labor putting Barbie hair together.
Like girls who are going after salon degrees or certificates or whatever can do an internship at Mattel and like just do Barbie hair all day.
So her jacket is... her shoes keep falling off. They don't stay on very well. I think it's just because her socks are slippery. Oh. Her jacket is it's like like a light purple, but it's got like pink and orange flames around the back.
Gorgeous.
And then her jacket is it has like a fabric knit that's like connecting it to the shirt. You could rip it off if you wanted to make it so the shirt was free of it, but she has a shirt on underneath it that says love.
Oh, it's spray painted street style with love.
Yeah.
And she's got gold chains on her neck.
And she's got big gold earrings, and she's got a bracelet on her arm.
Wow.
And I would say that this definitely fits the definition of extra, but I don't think that she... you can look at her legs. She's not typical Barbie size.
No,
like,
she's a little thicker. It definitely looks like she's a normal
And she's
human.
tall too. I think she's probably taller than a regular Barbie also. She's got
like
really long legs.
Oh.
Yeah, so this one's pretty cool. And it's funny because like this is like such a serious like Barbie, and it just seems like the animals are just kind of shoot in because it doesn't feel like they like
match. Yeah,
like the styles don't match, right? It's like this is a cartoon dog in a cartoon car, and this is like a real representation of like a person or a demographic.
So here's why I think that she's of Hispanic origin. Somebody took me to a salsa club, like a real salsa club with a bunch of real salsa dancers. And I was having so much fun, like pretending to salsa, and I'm really bad at it. I have no hand-eye coordination. I was just like moving and laughing and smiling. And finally, like a group of 3 girls came up to me, and they were like, "Oh, honey, like I know you're having a good time, but to look sexy, you must look serious. Like look around. None of these girls are big smiles and whatever. Like we must convey the seriousness of our sexuality." And I was like, "Oh wow, that's a thing." And there was not a single... all the women at this salsa club had like laser eyes of like focus on my sexuality kind of thing, which was pretty attractive, but also like so intense.
So, what else do you have besides the popcorn thing?
Okay, so then I have the other annual pass holder popcorn thing is this Jack Skellington one. It's Jack Skellington's head. And the strap says Nightmare Before Christmas. There's a big S, and then it says annual pass holder. And this one, the lady who was selling the popcorn was not falling for my tears. She was not interested in my sob story or the fact that it was my birthday. None of that. She was like, either you're a legacy pass holder or you're not. And I'm like, well, I'm not. but I really, really wanted it. And I know that my sister possibly was a legacy pass holder. However, it was the same employee and it was only at that stand in front of the Haunted Mansion. So I couldn't just get my sister's pass and then walk over and pretend to be my sister when I had just cried to her and told her it was my birthday and asked her to please sell it to me. I mean, I tried that and she said no. But so what ended up happening is my husband texted like every person he knew until some dude had a legacy pass holder to screenshot over to him. And we got this Jack Skellington. But it's so cool because the back of his skull opens. And you could not use this as a purse.
Wow.
You can barely use it as popcorn. And then the bottom has a light and then it lights green and purple, which is so amazing.
Oh. Yeah, that's really cool.
It's going to be hard to see because it's so well lit.
Who cares about popcorn when you have lights?
Yeah, I don't put popcorn in the popcorn bucket. I ask for them to give it to me in the side, or I'll be like, could you please just give it to the person next in line for free? And they'll do that for me, which is nice.
That's cool. So you have 2 purses now.
Yes, 2 beautiful purses. And then the last item that I wanted to show from Disney is WALL-E is one of the Pixar movies that I really, really like. And yes, there is a character in WALL-E who annoyingly is like very annoyed with WALL-E and Eva. And he follows WALL-E all the time and cleans up WALL-E's tracks. His name is Mo, and he's like really upset. Like WALL-E tracks dirt everywhere and Mo just goes behind him and like, how dare you? And like starts scraping all of the dirt. And that's the doll that they had at Pixar Pier to win if you played the water race game. And it's Mo, and it actually does say Mo. And it's just, nice. I just love this one so much. And then it has his Mo logo at the bottom as well. And then it, of course, has Disney parks. I just had a really good time at Disney. It was a really good week.
No, that's all. Do you have anything else?
I have items that I got for you that I don't know if you want to see them first.
Well, the things that you told me you got?
The 2, yeah.
Well, I've seen no, but anything else that you were excited about?
No. Not that I'm excited about. These 3 items are more than enough. And honestly, my bedroom is still being made. Everything is in boxes. I do not need to buy more things right now.
That's true. Yeah, but I saw that the bed has been finished.
It's finished, but everything is still in boxes because I mean, I don't know how you are when you get new like storage space. Now I have to like meticulously measure out the inside of each drawer and like buy boxes that fit on the inside of each drawer to like organize each item. I'm not just going to toss everything in those drawers.
Yeah, I probably would do that.
Yeah, she's not going to stand, bro.
Oh, yeah, she is.
He's trying to make his Barbie stand for this entire time.
No, I've been trying to pose her and like make her stand. I can get her to stand. It's just like if I touch the table, then she moves.
But like, sounds like if you breathe in her direction, she moves.
There you go.
I don't like that the fringe doesn't fall like a waterfall. The fringe is a little stiffer than I'd like it to be.
What do you mean like a waterfall?
Like it's not fully straight. It's not like a fluid fringe. It's it just looks a little stiff.
Well, it's a toy.
We have high standards for our toys, excuse me.
I mean, for sure. My biggest bar that toys have to surpass is if they have real hair, it's got to be done decent.
Yeah, that's done beautifully. Like the hand braiding of this hair, which I'm assuming is hand braided. Like I don't think a machine can do that.
I don't know. Machines can do everything now.
Machines can do everything.
Yeah. No, it's good though. She's got it going on. But yeah, her hair is very nicely braided, but also part of me is like, I'm not going to buy 2 because I'm not a crazy person, and I'm not, but I would love to have 2 so I could undo the braids and see what her flowy hair looks like in terms of like how it's patterned, you know?
Right.
Because it probably looks
cool. Somebody
like
has to have done that.
You can see how the colors are laid out on the back of her head, where it's not braided, and it probably looks really cool when it's taken out of the braids.
Then you'd have to wash it and condition it and get it soft.
It has no product in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's no product. It's just like fluffy loose braids.
Well, you've got the fail fix braiding thing.
Yeah, I will never do this level. I will never be able to do this level of masterpiece right here. It's just not, but I don't know. $9 is pretty good. See, I'm already messing with like a flyaway that I saw.
Yeah, he keeps touching the hair and keeps trying to. Dom with dolls is really OCD.
Well, I mean, come on. I like what I like.
It's so true. This hat is really cool. Jump on YouTube just to see Dom's hat. It looks so cool.
It's like pink acid wash.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, no, it is really cool. But
you got big plans coming up this week?
Plans. I don't know. What is next week is what?
Comic-Con.
Well, yeah, but I don't think that there's anything. I can't remember if I'm waiting for something to come. Oh, no, I don't think I have anything that's like on the docket like that I'm like waiting for, except Comic-Con stuff. But even that's just kind of like, I mean, it's cool to get things, but like, I'm not actively buying a bunch of Comic-Con stuff, mostly because it's just not as fun. The
merch is less fun if it's not during Comic-Con.
Even the exclusives, it's like, what do I care that it has a Comic-Con sticker on it? I bought it online. Like, everybody's all about the exclusive stickers on the things and stuff, and like the limited pieces. But it's like, for me, it's like when I look at something that I got that's exclusive and has a sticker on it and whatever, it's like, I fucking waited and like I fought for this thing.
Yes.
And it means the world to me, And so you don't get that experience with Comic-Con at home, and it's just kind of a, like, yeah. So I don't know. I'll look at things, but I highly doubt that there's anything that I'm going to be super after, just simply because of that factor. It's like, and also, word of advice to anybody that wants things from Comic-Con: if you miss out on something,
just wait 3 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Wait a few weeks, wait like a month, whatever. And I mean, most things will fall much lower than they are the day of Comic-Con. Like you know what I mean? Like sometimes when things like drop and like they miss out, they'll be like 4 or 5 times their price to buy on like eBay or something. And if you just wait, then you can buy them for maybe just double the price.
Yes.
Like you're never going to get anything.
Price.
I mean, that's a rarity, but
yeah. But it's like, it's a very reasonable, like sometimes we go to Comic-Con and like the first time I went to Comic-Con and I got an exclusive pop, it was an Olaf, the year Frozen came out, and I loved Olaf. And I bought Olaf. I had no intention of selling it. I wasn't a Funko fan. And when we got that Olaf, I think he was selling for like $600 on eBay. And my husband was like, we can't not sell this. I mean, it's $600. And I was like, no, I really want this Olaf. I would just really be so sad if I didn't have this Olaf. And he's like, Judy, if you just wait like next year, we'll just buy it right back for like $100, and then you will have made $500 on it. And I'm like, it's so heartbreaking to do that.
You will have your Olaf. It is heartbreaking when you're really into something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But he was right, and it wasn't $100. It went back to like $20.
Yeah, that's even better.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
wait, guys, just wait.
It's not like people are like knocking down doors to get Olaf things,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Let's be real here. It's like not like Olaf is like,
And like nobody, like there was no way to know that they were going to release like 80 Frozen movies and then like a series, like it wouldn't be cool anymore. So at the time I was like, oh my God, this is like the only one. And it's him dressed like the in summer outfit with the straw hat. And so, but we did in fact sell it for a ridiculous amount. And then a year later, it literally went back to $20. And I was like, I guess I'll get like 8 of these.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess that wraps up another week.
Yes.
I have to go do some things and
wink, wink.
What is that? Wink, wink. What is the wink,
I don't know.
wink?
Whenever somebody generally says, I'm going to go do some things, it usually means like, I've got to go watch porn.
Oh, I just have to go to work. and
Oh,
like do
boo.
work things. That's no wink winks, but yeah.
No wink winks.
And no fun wink winks. No, I'm just a dog in a pink convertible that doesn't stay in.
That doesn't stay
Even
in.
the
Happy dog.
The dog and the convertible seem out of place with the Barbie, but even the dog and convertible seem out of place from each other.
Yeah.
So did Mattel just round up shit that they had laying around? They're like, fuck it, put it
this
together.
mold, we've got extra plastic for this. Sure.
Yeah, like, because it just doesn't, like, I don't know. I mean, the only way I could justify it maybe is that the pink matches, but like
It doesn't really match though. It's not like a hard match.
It's funny though. So there you go, people. Another episode in the bag, and
Us talking ourselves into a depression over missing Comic-Con.
I know, right? That is the most first world life struggle ever.
That is the opposite of helpful. This week has been just us being like, man, I wish Comic-Con were happening. What good times.
Yeah. But whatever, it's okay. And if you are also struggling with things that you like to hear us talk about, you can listen to our podcast on all the platforms and on YouTube, Spotify,
our new
iTunes.
company, Spotitunes, that we're about to get sued for.
Spotitunes. Yeah. You can find us on all of those places: the Apple Podcast app, Google Podcasts, etc. And and then you can see our faces actually on YouTube. So we definitely are not the type with faces made for podcast. We have lovely faces that you can join and watch and look at.
Yes.
So you should do that if you want to.
And then you could send the link of the podcast as soon as it's up to Zachary Levi, and then maybe someday he'll be our first guest. We're only holding out for Zachary Levi.
I should just email him, his manager, and be like, "Hey, will you join our toy podcast?" Yeah.
We're going to open like Shazam
Barbies
toys.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, you know what? Technically, if our podcast gets big enough by the time the next Shazam movie comes out, they do media tours with podcasts all the time.
Y'all,
so
Zachary Levi is the end all.
Yeah.
Like, if I could get Zachary Levi, you can make any request in the comments and I will accommodate said requests, y'all.
Yeah, exactly. And like, so basically what we're saying, audience, is that it's up to you for Judy to have a 1-to-1 with Zachary Levi.
Please.
If you don't make us popular, Judy will never get this, and she will blame all of you for the rest of her life.
Yes, and we've got time because obviously COVID is still going on. So like, another year of COVID, and then because I don't want, if it happens during COVID and I have to do it over the web, like I'll be really upset, like because I would have had a chance to meet him in person, and then I had to Zoom it. But let's take a year, get real popular, and then everyone demand that Zachary Levi come on this toy podcast.
Yes, I definitely agree with that, because that is it would be a good time for her. So
it'd be making dreams come true.
And she could take a selfie with him, and then she will probably have that selfie tattooed to her body.
Yes, I promise the excitement that I would emanate from this microphone would translate so well to everybody. And the excitement of Dominic pretending that he's never met Zachary Levi and then meeting him for the first time again would be so exciting and awkward.
Yeah, I would definitely just have to be like, "Oh, it's nice to meet you, sir," that I've never seen before in my life.
Maybe he'd be like, wow, you look real familiar. And then you could be like, oh my God, really?
Yeah, probably not. But it's all good. Anyway, we hope all of you have a wonderful week. We love all of your
we do
faces. Yes. And join us again next week for another great episode.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but technically the depressing talk is part of the name. I mean,
yes,
we're here.
True. It's true.
We're here to provide depressing talk.
Next week will probably be like, damn it, I didn't even care about these Comic-Con exclusives and I missed out on them. Like, that'll be even more depressing.
Yeah, this is also true as well. So thank you all so much for hanging out with us. And I guess we'll see you next week. Yeah.
Woohoo.
Bye.
Bye.